least you have a balls then. And then you want to retract your statement in a some kind of way where
the next side I beat him.
That's the point. That's the point. And that's why I'm saying if you have a balls and your claim say you believe in what the standing order stands for, why is it that now you want to come out here and behave like the bloggers them and had something to what you say? You say what you say and we hear it. And a lot of people did appreciate what he said, but now he come like a sissy. You understand what I'm saying?
20 grandmothers.
Yeah.
So let me ask a question. When him say nobody can call him to go demonstrate down a halfway tree and then Tuesday in G-string day in a parliament with Nikisha Burchell, and he called the name Nikisha Burchell at the front leading. Did we twist that, or did we say what he said?
That's what I'm trying to say. I hear him and this guy where you sit up on the other one program. What his name was? I don't remember what his name was. When my name did fall out. And the man are going like we the Jamaican people, the bloggers are the supporters of the Jamaica Labour Party come out and twist in word. Like we deaf, our people deaf. I don't get it. For once, I think the man had a balls and like somebody really speak track this statement. Is that how serious politics is? That you can't stand up in not what you believe in?
It's called flip-flopping, man. Flip-flopping. Them known for that.
No, it's not flip-flopping, you know. PNP say politics is a blood sport, you know, and I remember Dayton Campbell tell him saying if you choose the side independent because they're in a war.
That go on.
You know, say I always hear a vlogger come out and say, well, Moon say man is a vlogger. He say, boy, more time when they make statement and them go for 89. What Marky British do is take out them balls, right? So you will see them sit down and them can't talk, they can't say anything, right? It's just the mere fact say the leader of their party take away them balls. So them have to come out and them have to retract whatever them say. You would have seen him do it with the opposition sports person and finance. He would have do it to the Ross, Crafty, and him do it to others. So it is nothing new. Labour right knew that you would have come out and tried to twist his words. But he already said it. Right? At the time,
you know, Jamaica, man, the thing is this, you know. Go ahead.
No, continue.
No, it's just the narrative behind it, the audacity. Because of the statement that he's making now, not even we, because we bigger than that. We Jamaican bloggers are supporters and bloggers. We bigger than that, what you must say right now. But you know what irritates me? The people who don't have a level of knowledge. These are the people mind that these stupid people are playing mind games with. And that is what is irritating to me. You understand? Because the people who don't know how to think for themselves and all that now listen to this stupid man and think to say somebody has said something what he not say. Because a lot of Jamaican people don't have the knowledge, you know. Go ahead.
Who is the lies person in our world?
Brother, I don't know.
Liar. And these people are liars. So you know what they do? They tell a lie, they tell all these lies, twist the truth, and make it seem like say, yeah, I tell a lie. You see me? That's how liar them pray.
Yeah, to suit them narrative.
Yeah, to suit them narrative.
To suit their narrative. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I'm mostly liar in a PNP surrogates. You understand? So now if you understand what I'm saying.
All right,
well, you know, I'm appreciating the fact, and what I want to say to my colleagues out here, you know, let us just stop give these people knowings and focus on what the government are doing. Make we use a platform every day out there to highlight the nice, good, nice, clean things that what the government are doing and help, because we can only help to put the truth out there and to present what the government is doing so that all them out there talk people can actually see. Let's just continue on that part and stop giving these stupid people knowings. That's all I have to say. Have a good day, everyone.
Yes,
Take care.
thank you. Have a great
Bless up.
day.
And with that, we end this morning. Bless up, everyone. Please have a productive day, right? Please have an enriching day and support.
Opposition, and he lost one while he was justice minister. So when people are going to say Mark Golding lost 2 elections, technically he lost 2, but in reality he lost 3. So always remember that. And somebody said Brazil reminds them of the PNP, who was winning and winning and winning and just winning and continue to win. And look at them now. They are just losing. And they have one of their biggest supporters in Mark Golding, who is also a bigger loser. One of the big loss that we also saw last week was the PNP going out there protesting, wearing yellow. And this tells me again, it is a Mark Golding-led opposition. PNP would have orchestrated it and had lost in that same protest was when Kay Osborne, I believe she was general manager at TVJ, a lady who does not know the amount of zeros that is in her account. She would have gone on stage to say, my people, we have t-shirts selling for $2,500. And we know you enough of you can't afford it. But what we are asking is that make up and buy it. At that protest, we would have had people like Mark Golding, a man who does not know the zeros that is in his bank account. Would have had Julian Robinson. He too does not know the zeros in his account. Anthony Hilton. So a Damian Crawford. And the list goes on of the people who does not know the zeros in their account. But these are the people who love and care for poor people so much that they will tell you, buy the shirt, make up and buy it, and wear it for half hour. Imagine they say that our health system is in a crisis. But here it is that the said people who cries every day about our health system being in a crisis wants to ensure that our health system is in a bigger crisis when we have an outbreak of crotch and all of the different type of disease we can spread from exchanging that shirt. That morning was a very humid morning. And a whole heap of sweating I go on my people. Can you imagine? Enough people not be at the morning time, Some of them never did bathe yesterday. And you're going to exchange at the shirt then. Can you imagine that, my people? This is what the PNP would have asked our poor people, because that's what they call themselves. The poor people with a poor mindset, a very poor mindset. Poor people who has a mindset that tells them nothing about their health status. a run with it poor mentality. So while the PNP wants to get rich off the backs of the said poor people, sucking every dollar out of them to ensure that they can continue to be rich and enriching themselves. And then they say, we are standing up for Jamaica. I can tell you, my people, some of the poorest set of people are people who push hand carts. And some of them would have been at that protest. Same people that the PNP would have taxed Angela Brownberg being the mayor at the time at the KCMC. They are asking those people to make up and buy the shirt and wear for half an hour. That is what they asked of the people. So PNP, you took the spotlight once again, protesting and demanding that the people that you say you love so much eke out every red cent out of them pocket to buy it. And look at dirty shot. And I can say to you, my people, on this Monday morning, that my God has created. It was the Jamaica Labour Party was supporting that protest and came out saying that we should buy the shirts and exchange it every half hour. It would have made the headlines. Would have definitely made the headlines. As we continue to review, I want to bring condolences to the track and field fraternity. The great Stephen Francis has left us. This man would have produced several world-class athletes, not only in Jamaica, but across the world. Stephen would have produced an Asaka Powell. When Jamaica seems as if our athletic program was dying, we saw where Stephen emerged. Mr. Francis emerged and gave us Asafa. He then gave us Shelley and Fraser Price. That little, what's your name? Remember that young lady there when Shelley won her first gold medal and there was a 1-2-2. Remind me of that slim chick from Manchester. Okay, not Karen, not Karen Stewart. What's her name again? You name them. So many of them. Sharika. It's not Sharika Jackson I'm speaking of. But she was there in the earlier days. Yes, he also produces Karen and Elaine. But is that young lady from Manchester? Always like that young lady. But as I said, we sadly miss this man, a giant of a man who, for sure, all you when you can't run, suppose you can't run left him. Big up, my friend Showski. You would have run left him, but he managed to produce all these athletes. And people from across the world, Sharon Simpson, that's her name. That's her name, my little queen. Yeah, man. So this man would have produced so many athletes. And Mr. Francis, you're a genius. George would have described you in his program this morning so well. I cannot describe you as how people like George can describe you. But I know for sure everyone who is listening can say something good about Stephen. So again, I say condolences to the track and field fraternity, your loved ones, your well-wishers, and the people you would have made an impact on. Another thing we can reflect on is George Wright, who came on this program and he spoke of what is happening in Westmoreland and how the people of Westmoreland is being victimized by the councillors of the PNP, the MPs of the PNP, the Ministry of Labour and Social Security Office in that parish. The people are suffering in Westmoreland. That's what he said. Not my words. That's George Wright's words. He is from that community. He is from the space. He knows what is happening. I can only take his word. Yesterday I got a call from one of my avid listeners. It's a lady who usually just call me and we have a little chat. And she knows herself. When I was hanging up, I said, hello, you need to come off my phone now, Brazil play. You know yourself. And we're having a conversation and she said, Classic, you are back. You are producing programs that drew me to you. You are producing programs that information you produce. So to that beautiful lady, thank you for that call. It means a lot to me. And I also want to thank my moderators who have stepped up and decided to help me, even without me asking them for the help. They said, listen, we used to produce programs on our different channels that people would have learned so much from. But in recent times, we have found ourselves deflecting while defending the propaganda of the PNP. The reality is that we, as much as we don't want to find ourselves in that cobweb, we are going to always have to defend. We are always going to have to defend. But the truth is, we have the handle, they have the blade. And as such, my friends, we will have to continue to produce the information that will help our nation to have confidence in this government, to continue to produce the information that people will use to better themselves, to produce the information that makes a person want to wake up to say, yes, I'm a part of this beautiful nation. Produce the information that a person can say, my child will be able to go to university because of the programs that this government has initiated to ensure our children can get the best education. We can continue to produce the information to say 110 spark roads have been rehabilitated. Because if we don't say it here, for sure, you will never get that information on any of the PNP live. What we hear over there is doom and gloom. We produce information to say Jamaica is the safest place in the Caribbean and the third safest in the Western Hemisphere. Something we have never ever achieved in the history of Jamaica. Never ever achieved it. Even our prime time. And I said the prime time was in the 60s, 70s, 80s. But now I am believing that Jamaica is now experiencing its prime time. We have to produce the information to tell you that Heart Trust is free up to level 5. Producing the information to tell you that there are so many government grants that a child or a human being, because it's not just children who will benefit from these. These are the things we have to continue to produce. The information that tells you that at the Mandeville Regional Hospital, a surgery is being done on a female and they don't have to cut her open because it's been done through the vagina. The first of its kind in Jamaica. Information that tells you that we no longer buy medical oxygen. We now have a plant at the St. Anne's Bay Hospital. And we are doing one in Maypen. Information that tells you that in St. Catherine alone, we are doing 10 major projects. These are the information. And in modern Jamaica, we are building a dam for the first time. Didn't I just tell you that Jamaica is experiencing its prime? We should have been the Singapore. We don't want to be a Singapore. We want to be a Jamaica that stands out. Because Jamaica itself already is a brand. We have to establish that brand. We have to own that brand. We have to be that brand. My friend sent me an image last night. Bridget sent me an image. Which is a classic. We have to talk about this, you know. And that is the National Stadium. National Stadium was opened in 1962. It was to celebrate our independence. And for many years, we would have used that very stadium for 60 plus years. We have used that stadium. We would have done our biggest event, which was the Commonwealth Games. I think it was in 1962. would have hosted the Carifta Games and our iconic boys and girls champs. One thing that we have produced is a third place medalist in cycling. And if you look at the cycling track at the National Stadium, there's nothing to talk about. The PNP would have managed this country for many moons, would have sat there and watched the stadium deteriorate. My first time at the stadium, the gate that I walked through, I was hit with a stench because the bathrooms are not far away. And when I look at what the Jamaican people has to use to celebrate our athletes, I think to myself, is this good enough? But when our minister, Honorable Babsy Grange, said to us, we are going to renovate. And for me, I will say rebuild the National Stadium. Thank you, people, for the taps. Continue to tap. We are going to rebuild the National Stadium. And for the people who see the AI generated video of it, we would have seen that it's not just a coat of water paint, cheap water paint that is going on it, that the PNP would have normally given this stadium. I don't believe that the outside of the stadium is painted, people. If somebody can remind me or reflect on what the stadium looks like, the outer part of the stadium not paint. Now the stadium, exactly Labour Yard. The stadium will not only get a coat of paint from the Jamaica Labour Party led government, but it will get that glow up that Labour, you remember that girl there where you did like? No, you remember that girl there where did in your class and everybody used to laugh after her? Nobody now want to talk to her. And when you know as an adult see that same girl, I said, Jesus Christ, them no Jamaica that man. We're gonna name that girl Jamaica. I said, Jaja, why me did fool man? I wish me did talk to Jamaica, Can look on Jamaica now. Me should have a wife up Jamaica. God, look on the hip, them look on the big bumper. And I saw you describe Jamaica. And that is how for 2031, when we co-host the Women's World Cup, that is how we are going to look at the new National Stadium. That is how we are going to look at it. And I can tell you, say in 2031, when we as Jamaicans enter that stadium, we are going to feel at home. People, imagine you can carry your partner, have lunch at the National Stadium, even when we don't have a game. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? And let me tell you, people, the PNP, they must say, we don't need it. Them say, we don't need it, my friend. How can we not need something as important as this? At the same like a Chaka Chaka Stadium, it produce A Usain Bolt, arguably the best athlete in the history. Yeah. Elaine, Sharon Simpson, our mother of all mothers, Merlin Ottey, created the 1998 World Cup Jamaica football team. And we can continue to talk about what it has done for us. It gives our schools the bragging rights too, my friend. Truth Girl says like the stadium in New Jersey. Yeah. Like all modern stadiums, Jamaica deserves the best. Jamaica deserves the best. And I want to say this morning, thank you, Minister Grange. You and your team for coming up with this concept. And I want to say thank you to our most honorable Dr. Andrew Holness for managing this country to your optimum. I want to thank you, Mr. Holness. And I can say this with a big smile on my face while I drink coffee with chocolate. Good combination, my people. 1 p.m. 1 p.m. Best Prime Minister I have experienced. That is my Prime Minister.
Let's see what I need.
My Prime Minister.
Understood.
Boss, you're up on the live now.
Oh, sorry, my G. One talk, I know the office, me there, yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, there, man. You guys will come up. I got to ask him to mute on the mic. Yeah, man. But you know, this morning I said to myself, I want to talk to the Virgin Mansa Munsa. He goes by the name Marcus Garvey right now. And I said, I'm going to open the program by talking to him because he want to talk to me for the longest while. And I know, say, him now going to get the chance to talk if anyone else is on the panel. Yeah, man, I have the ability to talk to madman too. Believe me when I tell you. Because he lives in Westmoreland and he's not telling us the truth about Westmoreland. People didn't know, sir. The Prime Minister is building a brand new community in Westmoreland. In central Westmoreland, to be exact. Brand new community. And they didn't know? Yes, man. The Prime Minister is building a brand new community. Anybody here from Westmoreland? Central Westmoreland, to be exact. I beg you, don't come up, you know. I'll do more you come up. Come here, go beat. I go beat Westmoreland people.
And teach them. And teach them.
Yes,
eh?
man. I go teach them too. I tell you.